Principal AMC, Dr. Ashok Kumar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. Anthony Leela, respected doctors, the incredible doctors on the way, their parents, and everybody else who's here today. ఒక్క నిమిషం తెలుగులో మాట్లాడి తర్వాత నేను చెప్పదలిచింది చెప్తాను. ఎందుకంటే ఒక హైకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తికి టోపీ పెట్టే ఘనత నా మిత్రుడు బుచ్చిరాజుకే దక్కింది. సిట్టింగ్ జడ్జికే టోపీ పెట్టాడైనా. ఇది మునుపు కూడా జరిగింది, ఇది రెండోసారి నా జీవితంలో. మొన్న నేను గుంటూరులో ఒక ఉగాది సమ్మేళనకి వెళ్ళాను. అక్కడ సన్షైన్ హాస్పిటల్ అధిపతి, డాక్టర్ గురువారెడ్డి వాజ్ దేర్. పంచాంగ శ్రవణం అయిన వెంటనే అక్కడ ఆయన శర్మ గారు చెప్పారు, ఈ సంవత్సరం అలోపతి మెడిసిన్కి బాగోలేదండి, హోమియోపతి మిగతా సిస్టమ్స్కి అంతా బాగుంది అని చెప్పాడు. ఇప్పుడు గురువారెడ్డి గారు స్టేజ్ దగ్గరకు వచ్చి, అయ్యా మా ఆవిడేమో గైనకాలజిస్టు, నేనేమో ఆర్థోపెడిషియను, 16 ఏళ్ళ అమ్మాయి కాలు జారితే మా ఆవిడికి బాగుంటుంది, 60 ఏళ్ళ వాడు కాళ్ళు జారితే నాకు బాగుంటుంది అని చెప్పారు. సో ఐ థింక్ హీ ఈజ్ రైట్ ఇన్ వాట్ ఈస్ సెడ్. I am here essentially for 2 reasons. Initially it was for 2 reasons. Later when I saw the invitation card, it became the 3rd reason. The first reason was that my classmate and good friend, Dr. Buchiraju, is the principal of this prestigious medical college, particularly in the centenary year. So when he asked me to come, I could not say no. In fact, I had a very tight schedule. I came in the afternoon, I'm leaving in the night. I have to be back tomorrow in Vijayawada. Because of the respect I have for my friend, Dr. Buchiraju, and the second reason I am here. The second reason, of course, is Andhra Medical College. My mother was born in this hospital, Andhra Medical College and King George Hospital. My mother was born in this hospital. I was born in this hospital. My elder sister was born in this hospital. My father's younger brother is a student of this hospital. He later went into the Armed Forces Medical Corps. My aunt, his wife, Dr. Uma Devi, was a professor of gynecology in this university. 2 of my nieces, Dr. Ratna and Dr. Lakshmi, graduated at the top. Then they had, I think, Dr. Gangadhar as the popular, they were the MSET toppers, so we had 2 more doctors in our family. Apart from that, we have at least a dozen doctors coming from a family who have worked in Andhra Medical College, who have studied in Andhra Medical College, who have gone all over the world because of their roots in Andhra Medical College. And that is the second reason. Apart from that, as a child, as growing up, I also had one more uncle called Dr. Ian B. Sharma. I don't know, many of the elder generation would know him. He was one of the most outstanding surgeons of his period, but he forsake his private practice and only concentrated on government service. When any one of us had to consult him, he used to tell us to come to the OP. All of us as family members had to go to the OP if he had to take his consultation. He died, and for the first time when his cottage was passing through King George Hospital, all the class 3 and class 4 staff came out and paid homage to him when the body was going. He was an inspiration to all of us as to what a good doctor should be. Dr. E.N.B. Sharma, I think the elder generation will remember him. This is one of the reasons we all have a lot to thank the medical college. Apart from that, as Dr. Shashiprabha said, I was a gully cricketer, and the Andhra Medical College had a famous tournament called the Ebden Memorial Tournament. Ebden Memorial Cricket Tournament was one of the most famous cricket tournaments in the colleges of South India. Colleges from all over South India used to come, and near your PG hostel you had that ground. We used to play our cricket there. After that, the Ebden Memorial was also going. We had a common compound wall between the AMCOSA compound where all your professors resided and our house. So we used to jump over the wall, cross your professors' houses, and then go for playing cricket. And I also want to tell you the third and final reason. The third and final reason I myself did not know till I saw the invitation. In fact, my mother saw the invitation first because some of the old students, as I said, of Andhra Medical College are in the part of the family. And they sent the invitation to my mother. So for my mother, this became a Dr. Sheshiprabha function, not a Andhra Medical College function. So immediately after she saw the invitation, she told me, "Ore, Sheshiprabha garu function ki veltunava ledha?" Then I said, "I am going." Then she told, "Vellina ventane doctor garuto photo teesukoni naaku pampinchu ani." And as soon as I came here, in fact, I took a photo with Dr. Sheshiprabha and Adinarayan Rao and sent it. I had the pleasure and privilege of knowing the Rockam family for long. She talked about my family, so I think I should pay back a little. I don't know how many of you are aware of it. This is a family that produced 2 vice chancellors, one former vice chairman of the Port Trust, along with Dr. Sheshiprabha. And when she got married, most of you would not know, Dr. Adinarayan Rao will bear me out, because I can take this liberty with both of them. How many of you have heard the story of Rapunzel? Rapunzel was a mythical princess who had the longest hair in the world. And the prince who had to climb up to the roof to meet her would say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your hair." And he would climb up. Dr. Sheshiprabha garu had hair that was right down to her feet. And when her marriage happened, the whole street got blocked. It took us a few hours to go into our own house. I'm talking of those days. Later they set up their first matrimonial home very close to where I lived. They saw me as a youngster. In fact, after that also, Sheshiprabha garu was closely associated with our family. My sister, who found out that I'm here with her today, she said, "Annaya, I don't know if you remember, when I was having my labor pains, both Dr. garu and Adinarayan Rao drove me to the hospital for my delivery." She also reminded me of another thing. She had a tonsils operation. My father was busy in court. Dr. Adinarayan Rao sat with my mother throughout the period that the operation was taking place. These are the memories I have of this distinguished and wonderful couple. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the third and the strong reason why I am here with you today. It is both an honor and a privilege to share the stage with Dr. Sheshiprabha garu, to stand in front of Dr. Adinarayan Rao and to talk. As far as the incredibles are concerned, you have chosen a name that is absolutely befitting. I don't know who coined that term. You are incredible. I have never been to a function of this stature. I keep attending a number of functions, addressing a lot of gatherings. But believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this takes the cake. This is incredible. Whenever I come to a ceremony like this, I think I would prefer the American way of addressing it. I would call it the commencement rather than the graduation. This is the commencement of a great life, a commencement of an incredible life, a commencement that will do good to you and to your country. I don't know, most of you are tech savvy, most of you are very, very adept at the computer. 2 graduation speeches or 2 commencement speeches that always come to my mind are the first, of course, is one by an Admiral McRaven in US. He was the Chief of Naval Staff of the American Navy. And he addresses the students in Texas and he tells them, "One of the first things you should learn to do in the morning is to get up from your bed and fold your blanket neatly." Most of you would be wondering why a Chief of Naval Staff in a graduation ceremony was saying this. His concept is very simple. Take care of the small things and the rest will fall into place. This is the discipline you should cultivate, particularly as a surgeon, so that you don't leave a mop behind or a forceps behind in somebody's intestines. Take care of the small things. Ensure that your discipline is concentrated towards them. The second speech that comes to my mind is the speech delivered by Steve Jobs in Stanford University. As you all know, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, was diagnosed with cancer when he went there. If you get a chance, I don't want to repeat it, I don't think I can repeat it either. If you can have a chance, please go through and listen to that speech. It's an incredible speech. Where at the end he says, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." This will be my message to you also. Stay hungry for your knowledge, stay foolish in your dreams. Dream big, don't be worried. When I went to the High Court, I did not know how I would succeed, how I would manage, how I would be able to adapt myself. But here I am standing before you. God knows where life is going to take you. You have had an incredible set of parents who have sacrificed a lot in ensuring that you got a good education. I don't know how many of them are wealthy enough, but as I know, many of them would have contributed their life savings and lived their dream through you. You have had the benefit of studying in an incredible medical college, a medical college with a very proud lineage and history. A college that is, as Dr. Sudhakar said, once rated as one of the best in the country and still is rated as one of the best. Be a proud alma mater of this college. Proudly stand up wherever you are and stand up and say, I am a product of Andhra Medical College. Because across the globe, across the world, some of the finest doctors are from this college. Therefore, I request you, I beseech all of you, not just request. Stay hungry, stay foolish, get more knowledge, get more experience. But at the end of the day, as both of your senior doctors have said, remember, you have to give back to society. You are one of the privileged minority that has been able to get an education, a privileged minority that has access to medical care, a privileged minority that could study in a good institution like this. Therefore, this is time for you to give back to society also. Don't just rest on your laurels and say, I've made enough money, I've got a BMW or a Mercedes, I've got a beach house. Those are all necessary, please get them. I'm not for a moment saying no. But at the end of the day, like Dr. Sudhakar said at the very beginning, once you come to that stage of life, you will need something more than just being a doctor. You have to repay to society your debt. India is on the verge of becoming the 5th largest economy in the world. But all of us know we have our own share of difficulties. Medical infrastructure and access to medical care is one area where we are still suffering despite the best efforts of all the governments possible. You can make a difference in that. You can contribute directly and indirectly also. Directly by rendering care directly, indirectly by contribution, monetary or otherwise. Please therefore don't forget that at the end of the day, earning money, earning name, earning a good fortune is all very good. It is needed also. Because only if you're comfortable, you'll be happy. As somebody said, it is okay to cry on a cycle, but it is better to cry in an air-conditioned Mercedes. So therefore, I'm wishing you all the best. I wish that you pay back to society what you have derived from society.
Yes.